Everbank Stadium, football fans in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. On the return, here's Ray Davis. Showing a little burst so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Gain of 14. And the Bills first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10. Here's Allen. And they bring him down around the 34.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
34-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Allen gonna throw again. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Now, the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. First tone of the game for James Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. And Allen will hold on to this. Escapes a defender. Oh, Allen loses it. And he falls on his own miscue, and that sets him up with a first down. Well, he got his own miscue back, so no harm, no foul, but they are still not happy seeing him putting that football on the ground.
It's not like he just dropped it, though. Took a pretty nice hit to jar it free, but what do they teach you? When you got a nice game, what do you got to do?
Ball security, Brock, is job security.
Put that on a T-shirt.
Finds his fullback. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Completed to his running back. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Allen on 3rd and short. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line. Yep,
and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, I mean great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and they found the end zone as a result.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away.
Set to kick off.
Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
When you have a franchise quarterback, and Trevor is that guy in Jacksonville, you typically don't slump to bottom 5 in the draft, but that's where the Jags have found themselves, and that's why there's a new system, a new coach, and really a new lease on life for Trevor in what becomes a very big year in his career.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground, and they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They gain 11 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr., and he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First down throw, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter, and he's going to work this down to the 32. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On second down, it's Etienne. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's a quick throw out wide. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. This charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lawrence throwing here. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. The first carry now for the rookie out of Virginia Tech. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On return, here comes Davis. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Buffalo offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right, just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented the big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And they're all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
A gain of 47 on the play. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
This one's caught, and he drives this forward to the 6.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Again, Allen to the air. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills break the tie here in the 1st. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Jaguars 7.
Now Prater on to send it away. Tootin now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. 2nd drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing out to the left. Go! And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Jaguars first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Into traffic, complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Scott slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin the game. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Lawrence with it on first. They'll look underneath here for Etienne. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Complete right side to Washington. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Etienne can't bypass that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Now from back at the 4, here's third and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Intended target was his running back. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
A 21-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On return, here comes Davis. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
First down throw for Allen. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. And it's a gain of 12 on that one, and the Bills have a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So first down from the 41. Another one for Cook. He dodged the tackle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Lawrence. Got Washington. It's complete. This gets forward to around the 29. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down now. They need 7. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down, too.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. And pass caught by Strange. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Second down, looking for options. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10 from the 43. Lawrence now off the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Short side option here. He's running left. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Now a carry by ETN. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd and 1, Lawrence to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
For the Jaguars field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Ty Johnson now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. First and 10 from the 32. And up from the pistol to Cook. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
And 9 at the 33-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. In motion right is Cooks. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Cut out left. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On 3rd and 2, here's Lawrence. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Here's ETN on 1st down. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars push their lead to 6.
Jaguars 20, Bills 14.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bills, 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down from the 42. Now Allen off the play action. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And they're going to drop him to end the return, but this turnover isn't going to stand. We've got flags at the spot right where he picked it off. So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got it. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Allen. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. This time he's looking to throw. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills parlay the interception into points. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills take the lead on that successful kick.
Jaguars 20.
Now Prater on to send it away. Tootin now on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. First call here coming from the shotgun. Etienne gets it on the draw. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everbank. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Lawrence working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down throw. Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lawrence throwing here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for his back, Travis Etienne there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10 from the 43. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Complete right side to Washington. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the gun, Etienne gets it. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Called in by Myers. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They send him left out of the slot. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. downfield. This is Thomas. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal from the left hash, about 31 yards out.
31-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through, and they've taken back the lead. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters, as we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Quint Allen to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with Etienne. Jukes away from one. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going to the ground again on 1st. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. All down there by Deon Walker.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now it's Lawrence. Sends this to the end zone. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars push the lead to 2 scores now.
Jaguars 30, Bills 21.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Johnson with a return here. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Avoided one crisis on the dropped pick. Now they're facing another 3rd and long. They'll throw 3rd and long. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Allen now on 1st down. Got a man, it's Knox. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Holding left side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 3 now. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a James Cook touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Bills cut the lead down to just 2.
Bills 28.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. This is Allen to return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Finds him over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Yards. And the Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Here's a give to Etienne. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air on 3rd and long. Look at that power, deep left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know you've got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Running back motions right. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that 1st down. On 1st down, Allen buys time, rolling right. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Play action now, Allen. Gets it to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. Working from the gun. It's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Allen setting up play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. And this is going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Throwing to the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You gotta think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars push the lead to 2 scores now.
Bills 28.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, here comes Davis. Escapes the defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills set to take over offensively. And the goal for this drive, Brock, moving past the way their last one ended. Start chaining some positive plays together. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to the air. It's Allen after the pick. Finds his fullback. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still in your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
2nd and 3 now. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bills first down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Allen. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Allen. A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Now run by Cook. He dodged the tackle. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 16
Really
yards.
2 elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right, you really got to sell and get that defense moving, and then secondly, you got to execute. Got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
From the red zone now. This is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills shrinking the lead some in the third. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills cut the lead down to just 2.
37. Bills 35.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. This is Allen to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing here. And downfield, and Myers has it. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Now toss it to Etienne. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Now give this up the middle to Etienne. And gain up about a handful there. Tre'Davious White there on the stop.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from the 34. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Third and a lone yard coming up. Lawrence here running the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Jaguars first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
First down, and they go right back to him. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Lawrence working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Slot man's in motion right. Lawrence facing third and long. Big game going, and Thomas snags another. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Facing fourth down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Little knocks it through, and that grows the lead to 5.
Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Johnson now on the return. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. Third down coming up.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Right back to Shakir. This is caught. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
A gain of 18.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Slot receivers headed left. Allen now on first down. Pulled in by his back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
Bills, first down. A gain of 15. And the Bills first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
To throw again, it's Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. To the air again, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Allen on third down. Catch made by Cooks. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And off to Cook here out of his own read. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds the in route complete. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment than this one later.
This is Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Allen setting up to throw. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete, and will bring up third down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
He's got the first down grab and still going. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a fourth-quarter lead. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
So Allen lining the Bills up to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Here's a design run. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down to the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
Jaguars.
Well, the decision's pretty clear here, partner. You got to take the shot at going up by a field goal.
Yep, all about the odds here. Increasing the odds that you're either leading or tied if you get the ball back.
And either way, you're prepping your defense to cling to a very small lead.
Either way, that defense is clinging for this situation to go out and show out.
Now Prater on to send it away.
Set to kick off.
This is Allen to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Well, a lot of effort there, partners, but no results. He fought through that run stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Bills bringing an extra DB out. 3rd down. And send a receiver left. 3rd and long for him here. Taking a deep shot here. Big gain downfield. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
And that's out. We're just waiting for this box. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Going right back to Kincaid, complete. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's good for a Bills.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And the Bills 1st down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Bills 1st down.
Well, that's a gain that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Working from the gun. It's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
Josh Palmer. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Again, Allen to the air. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
1st down throw for Allen. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Palmer coming in motion left. Allen looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. That play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, But when they go back and watch that play on tape.
3rd and 4 coming up now. He'll work against the blitz. Setting up the screen. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 22-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
Jaguars.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Prater on to send it away. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Lawrence looking to throw. Big game going, and Thomas snags another. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Bills going nickel, 3rd down. They'll run here, Etienne. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Jaguars, 1st down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Now they send their back in motion right. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Connects on the crosser. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now they face 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Once again here, 2nd and 10. He's got Thomas on a slant. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars losing by 4. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw it. That's Thomas. He's got it. Oh, and that was close, but they're going to have to get this on third down now. Gain is to the 27.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. To throw. Got his man. Thomas has it. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here comes the screen for ETN. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a 1-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Now to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.